Hey everybody. Um, I'm back
I
after
had to save my wife from the dark prison she was
quite a
being held
long,
in.
quite a long weekend. Um, and I guess yeah, before we can get this started, we can just kind of talk a little about what happened. So Saturday in the morning, well, I guess Friday at noon, I took off for work, uh, headed down and got ready for my race, 7 mile race, and um, let's actually pull up the exact results so I can get you a accurate representation of what's going on. Let's see. So I got an hour and 2 minutes at a pace of 8:56, and my overall rank was 2,374th place out of 8,126. So, wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. I had a lot of fun during it, and I think that's really what matters because, I mean, it's a party. People play music. There's like a spot where you can stop and do a bench press, and then you can like get some beer. And I did that last year. I didn't do the bench press, but I did the beer. Like, I would grab a beer as an ice pack. And honestly, it's so nice. It is so nice to have that because you can just, like, because I run shirtless because I'm like, I can't stand it when I have a shirt on because it's just way too hot. I get overheated. I have to put my bib on my leg. And yeah, I can't. There's no way I was gonna be able to finish that race if I had a shirt on. So I went no shirt. And oh, here's the shotgun. What would you look at that? I feel like I knew that was there though. Last time I can't remember. Um, but yeah, so I got that.
I will never
I
give
got
her to
like
you.
2300th place, and Jesus, this is loud. I did that this morning. Or this morning, jeez. I ran that in the morning on Saturday. I woke up at 6 a.m. for that. Oh, I did not give that up. I had such a crappy night's sleep. I was sleeping next to the fan, and it just kept like being super rickety. It was awful. Awful night's sleep. Woke up like twice. Not stressful. But we got there in time, and it was crazy because I was literally waiting at the porta potty until like 8:01 or so, and the race started at 8. But since like I said, there was like 8,000 plus people. I just simply started when I started, and what's nice is like it doesn't count your time until you actually like cross the start line. If that makes sense. And they have races like of that magnitude. There's like a little chip on the little tag. They call it a bib. So there's a little tag in there, and the start line will have a little sensor, and it'll sense when your chip goes over that start line. So you're like, so I think it was like 3 minutes until I actually crossed the start line. So my time would have been off from the actual start time. But because it had that little sensor, I was able to get an accurate time. It was that hour or two, which is nice. Yeah, they had a lot of goodies on the way. You could pick up a beer. I had a banana, and there was like some kind of mystery shot. I think it was a Jello shot, but I shook it up so much from my research through my pocket that it was just turned to liquid. And I mean, I was about to eat it at the, or I was about to take it at the end, but then I was like, my brother was like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't take that because you don't know what's going on. All that safety stuff." That smelled like blue raspberries, just like a blue liquid Jello shot type of thing. But yeah, like I had fun. It's always a party there. My grandpa, he ran it for 37 years. It was crazy. The only reason he stopped running it before he passed was he had Parkinson's, and like the year he got diagnosed was like the last year he ran it, like 2015. And I went to my grandma's after, and because my grandma lives in the same kind of area, and she was showing me like all his medals and all of his pins and stuff, and just everything he's won throughout the years for it. And I was like, this is cool. This is definitely like motivation to keep going. And it's like, as long as I don't walk, I'm kind of cool with what it is. And I mean, 8:56 pace, like, that's pretty good for my age, I think. You know, that's about what I would run a 7 mile in, yeah. I mean, 9 minute would be 63 minutes for the 7 miles. So I mean, I did pretty decent, all things considered. I just wanted to get like a sub 9 minute and like pace, and some of my splits were over 9. My last was like 7:35, so I definitely wasn't like as consistent as I could have been for a race. But you know, we do what we can, and I definitely could be eating better. I could be working more on my core, and there's definitely things I could be doing to improve my time. So definitely something to just keep trying for, and just a nice race to run. And I thought I was gonna get a medal because I thought they always do medals, but turns out there's only medals on the anniversary years, and I think this is the year 52 they're running this, so not really an anniversary year, but you know, I had a lot of fun, and definitely doing it next year, weather permitting, and you know, just hoping that everything else, I don't have anything else going on that day as well. I was supposed to go through that window. I'm trying to figure out where to go. I thought I could step up there and then maybe, it's gotta be this, yeah. So after that, and after my grandma's, my buddy picked me up and we went to the Odyssey in IMAX, which, like, the only IMAX camera where I'm at is in that same town. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to the Odyssey this day, and I'm like, oh dude, I'm gonna be out of town. And I was like, oh wait, I'm literally gonna be in the town that you're gonna be in, so you know, we can just run that. We could just be in the same. I'm gonna bring this mic closer. I hope this isn't too loud, but like, yeah, we could just be in the same town, and like, you just pick me up and all that. And you know,
I could see Mirror Peak
I
in
ran
the
a-
distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
whoa, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I ran like a 2 mile warm up with my brother. My brother, he got 149th out of overall. Like, he ran really well, really strong. But he runs for college, so I'm not gonna try to sweat it as much. I'm gonna give an excuse so you know I don't feel bad for myself. But no, he's also younger than me, and you know, he's always been faster than me, so I'm not too mad. And he's definitely in better shape than me. It's just how it is. But anywho, basically, yeah, my friend picked me up. We went to the Odyssey, and he got the. If you guys do see it in IMAX, there's a bundle where you can get like the cup and the popcorn bucket, I think, for $20. It's a great deal. I kind of passed on it because I was like, I mean, like, yeah, this is my first IMAX movie. This would be cool to have like have both, but it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna eat and drink that much, so I'm just gonna. I'll just get a large. Like, I'll be fine. And so I got that. I ate most of it, and then yesterday. I'll tell you about yesterday in a sec, but. Yeah, I ate most of the popcorn. I mean, long movie. Incredibly long movie. I thought I'd have to pee, but I was so locked in during that whole thing. And I got a small water too, so my mouth was super dry like halfway through because I ran out. But I mean, I do want to talk real quick about the Odyssey, and there will be spoilers. But yeah, like I said, like, we went to that, and oh, I thought I just died there. Okay. No, I mean, that is genuinely one of the best movies I've seen in so long. And I don't know if it's because like the Greek mythology aspect of it, and seeing like kind of like the different Greek gods in like a human representation, I guess, or like I'm trying to like figure out the differentiation between that and like, I think it might even just be because I had popcorn in my hand and it was dark and we were in the movie theater and it was IMAX and, you know, all like the goodies, that I liked it way more than Oppenheimer. Me and my dad watched Oppenheimer and I was like, this is cool, but I think now that I'm more mature, I think that deserves another rewatch. Because I was like, Matt Damon's playing this fantastically. He is doing such a great job with this. and it could be because of the Greek mythology aspect of it. I read Percy Jackson, like the whole series as a kid. I read the Heroes of Olympus books. I think I read up to the last one. But I think a lot of my influences on like how I write and how I like stories. I'm dead here. Yeah. Like a lot of that, I think I take a lot from Rick Riordan, the guy who wrote Percy Jackson, and the guy who wrote those Heroes of Olympus books. I take a lot of inspiration from those. So to kind of see like the Cyclops is like, oh yeah, the Cyclops is Poseidon's son because we read about that. I think in like the second Percy Jackson book. So it was just really cool seeing that, and I would love to read those books again. Like even though I'm an adult, like, I just finished Harry Potter, and I was like, these books still hold up and they're great. So I can only imagine how nice like the Percy Jackson books are like as an adult. But I think it's more like the way he writes it. I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but like this is my. I just want to say one thing. Like the way he kind of writes the characters, like a little sassy, if that makes sense. Like almost like how God of War writes some of their like villains is like kind of like this modern kind of Greek. I don't know why I said modern Greek. More of like a just like a modern way of speaking. It does seem a little strange, but you know I would like to go back and read those. I think that'd be fun. Yes, back to the Odyssey. So this morning, I sat here like a chud instead of working, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I probably spent the last like maybe 2 hours just watching stuff about the Odyssey, like watching Chris Nolan, watching Moist Critical review it. I was about to watch Sean C review it. I was about to watch the Escape Pod review it, and it's like those 2 are hour-long videos. I'll probably still watch the Sean C one. It's just because I like him, but I mean, no offense to the Escape Pod, I like him as well. It's just 2 hour-long videos on the Odyssey. I mean, I might as well just watch the movie again, right? And at that point, I shouldn't watch any because like you're forming your opinion and like. I don't know, it's kind of echo chambery when you watch something you're like, oh yeah, this was great, and then it's like, you kind of devalue the rewatch when you watch so much about it, if that makes sense. I did this with Obsession too, so I think, I'm just gonna, yeah, give me one sec, let me just close this up. No offense to these channels, no offense to like watching these reviews, like if you like it, go for it, but, you know, sometimes you gotta like pull yourself out of that echo chamber, and it's like, you know what, there's real world, like you could be experiencing a lot of other things, other media, other movies, like in the time you spend watching YouTube. I mean, big talk to me, you're watching me review that, obviously, while playing out. I guess I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Or I guess I'm killing multiple birds with the same flashlight, if you really want to take it there, but nah, it's like, I just closed them because I was like, hey, this is whatever. But, sorry, getting a sip of water real quick. I do want to keep talking about the Odyssey because this is a great movie. IMAX if you can. If you got one near you, go for it. It was loud as hell. I'm gonna be honest. It was extremely loud. But dude, like Matt Damon played a hell of a good role. And I'm not a movie reviewer, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh well, Oppenheimer was actually better than this one. It's not as good as The Dark Knight. It's like, no, I haven't seen Christopher Nolan movies in a while. I haven't even watched Interstellar because I was like, if I'm watching Interstellar, it's gonna be on IMAX, right? So I guess I'm a cinephile in that way. No, it is one of those movies that I would like to kind of experience in that format, and I think a lot of people would kind of live by that. But I still haven't seen Interstellar because of that reason. But I would like to do a run through of Nolan movies. It's just that they're really long, and they're what my girlfriend affectionately refers to as boy movies. So it's like if there's action and such, she doesn't really, she's kind of out. If there's action and a lot of talking, she's kind of out. So, you know, and I understand it because like, I mean there's exceptions, right? Because she likes Star Wars. She likes Supernatural, which I'm guessing is kind of the same thing. I mean, Twilight is just, is that not just like all dialogue and like running? Or, I don't know, I've seen like 2 Twilights, but again, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm just saying, like, I guess if there's no like, maybe there's no like romance romance or comedy, I think, is lacking from the movies, then maybe that's an out. And it's not that the Odyssey doesn't have romance, and I guess you could find some comedy in some parts. I laughed a little bit, like I laughed at a lot of Robert Pattinson stuff because like at the end, he's got some funny bits you guys will pick up on. It's just the way they shot it. And yeah, the seeing Travis Scott made me laugh too. But I mean, he's barely in it, so you're fine. No, I do think that was a great movie. That movie. I think that ruined a lot of movies going forward for me. And like, I'm still gonna obviously I'm gonna go see Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. I think a lot of people are counting on that movie. Not that it's been a bad year for movies. It's just, you know, you want to see a good Resident Evil. You want something nice. How many birds are sitting here, dude? So many. I'm really counting on Zach Cregger's because Zach Cregger's Resident Evil, again, another tangent, but, you know, not really a great Resident Evil recently, movie-wise, I'm saying. Can these birds bother someone else? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I still haven't hit a checkpoint since then. Wow. Lovely. Okay, back to what I was saying. The thing about the Odyssey also, you know, when you watch these YouTube videos and you watch a bunch of shorts and stuff, you kind of know the entire movie, which sucks. Like that was the biggest gripe that I think I have with the Odyssey, is that I knew almost everything that was going to happen. I knew all the big scenes because they were telling me how they shot it. They were telling me, oh, this is all practical, this is all IMAX. And it's like, dude, you just revealed your entire movie to me. Now I didn't know how like some of the like stuff interlinked with each other, but you know, I'm just gonna go full spoilers here, just so I can talk about every part that I remember being sick. Start with the Cyclops scene. Freaking awesome. I didn't do that. The puppetry and like when he moved, he looked like a real human moving. Like it didn't look like an animatronic. It just looked like a gigantic human moving slowly up. And I was like, this is fucking sick. This is awesome. And the way he just picks someone up with ease and just gnaws off their heads. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Like it was scary, but it's like, I mean, you know, Odysseus is making it out of there, but like the others, like, fuck, fuck. And dude, that was, I mean, what a scene. What a great scene. And it's just like, that's just one part. That's literally just one part. This movie is kind of composed of like parts. That makes sense. And I realized that all movies are composed of scenes. Yeah. So maybe I'm like the worst person to review movies ever. But it's like, so you have that scene, and you have like the Blackguard scene where it's like these 7-foot tall monsters going to fight him on the island, and then like you see like that one guy just, like that one little kid just start yelling, and it's like, dude, I was right there. That's actually tough. That's so tough. You're so tough, buddy. You're so tough, buddy. Like you see that kid out in the open, and it's like he just like screams, and then all the other Blackguards just come at him, and it's like, oh fuck. I'm pretty sure they're called Blackguards. I thought, or Black Knights, but they're not even wearing black armor. But I remember there was like a short that I watched or something. I remember it was black something that they said. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. But I mean, those guys are sick. And like huge aura farming by them and Agamemnon, dude. The aura farming coming from Agamemnon was insane the entire time. Like bursting through the gates of Troy and him just standing there. You know, the scene from the trailer that always got me was when Agamemnon like turns around and you just see his face, and it's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, like it's sick. It is sick. Hold on, someone's slacking me. I'll check in a sec. But yeah, no, amazing. Oh my god, these birds need to just screw off, dude. They're all around here. You done pushing me? You done? Please? Stupid drones. Yeah, die. Disintegrate. Okay, I dodged that. Whatever, buddy. I'm going right for it. No, 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 no. Get in there. Oh, thank you. I'm not doing that section again. It's not that it's tough. It's just I've done it like 4 times. Anyways, huge aura farm from Agamemnon. What I was saying, the Blackguards, sick. The fact that you see Zendaya as Athena, as the goddess of wisdom, helping Odysseus, sick, awesome. Like only he can see her, and just kind of pops up when it's crucial. I love that. Odysseus's bow hum, like when he plucks the bow and he's like boom, rattling the whole theater. Awesome, freaking awesome. The ending scene, right, with the suitors. And him just like, yep, like him going in there as a beggar, and then Robert Pattinson just dismissing him. He's like, yeah, whatever, like you're just a filthy beggar and stuff like that. And it's like this is great because it ties in with Zeus's law, like treat everyone as if they're gods in disguise. Like yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then the fact that he at the end just absolutely just cleans house like it's freaking Django Unchained or something. He's just emptying out the whole place. And then like Tom Holland's character being up there having like a B plot, you know, fighting with the guy and it echoing the beginning when he's training. I'm like, this is sick. This is great. You guys did such a great job with this. I mean, the whole thing with Circe. I didn't know about Circe, and I didn't know like what was going on there. Like that was awesome. The big whirlpool, they could have done a little more with that. I think we both, like me and my friend, both agreed on that. And then also that like face-sucking worm parasite thing that was like grabbing up the people kind of after the Circe scene. Dude, okay, the effects with Circe and like morphing the guys into pigs, I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is sick. I mean, what a fantastic job. And then Hades, right? Like being like hell, just being in like the black sands of Iceland. Like that is not like if someone said, okay, we're gonna do a hell scene. Right? We're gonna be lighting a bunch of shit on fire. And it's gonna look like something from Elden Ring. It's not gonna look like anything like this, like the black sands of Iceland. And I was like, this is a great interpretation of it. And it's just wow. And then like his dead comrades coming back and talking to him about like that. It's just like wow. And then Sinon just giving him the lecture like, hey, yeah, you totally just used me. Like you could have said you were coming into Troy and that you were in that horse, but you didn't, and you were just leaving me in the dark. Like you're kind of an asshole to Odysseus. And he's like, yeah, you know, I probably am. It's like, well, you know, kind of chalked it up to shit happens. Dude just hit me from the top ropes. Oh, whoa, oh, pal. No, but just a fantastic movie. I could be here for a while if I really dug into every scene, and I've only seen it once, so I can't really be the biggest authority on it. I'm just kind of spitballing what I noticed and what I liked. I mean, everybody who was A-list was doing a pretty like damn good job, because I think they stepped it up when it was Nolan. And dude, like the just the visuals, the clarity in IMAX was like wow. And I'll have to watch it on like just like a standard, you know, just at home TV experience. I'm sure it won't be the same, but it'll still be like the same visual fidelity, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's gotta be an IMAX. The only way you can see it. I'm really not gonna be like that. Even though I was talking about Interstellar, like I haven't seen it because it wasn't on IMAX yet. Also, same thing with 2001: Space Odyssey. Like I haven't seen 2001 yet, but like I want to. It's just I want to see it in its proper way, you know. And that's like playing GTA 5 on the 360. But that's like playing GTA 6 on a Wii U. You know, you kind of want to experience it the way that it should be, so you can get the best experience out of something. That just makes sense to me. But you know, like just fantastic movie. And then after that, we had my birthday party, which kind of went sideways. Didn't really do everything that I was kind of planning on, and it's just because it was hot, right? It was super humid. It was like high 80s, like 90% humidity, and I was like, what the hell is this? So we didn't get to do a bonfire, which kind of sucks. Didn't really have a cake, which also kind of blew, but you know, that's fine. We just kind of sit around. We just watch movies. Like I watched The Odyssey that day, and then we watched Tropic Thunder, which is funny, and then we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I'd never seen. And then we watched Jackass 2. So you know, quite the collection of films there. But yeah, you know, we did that, and then that was basically the end of birthday party. So you know, nothing crazy. And then like yesterday we went bowling too, and that was fun because I got a turkey, which I hadn't gotten in a long time. Shit, dude, I'm getting mollywopped. But yeah, I got a turkey. It was pretty cool, and I think I got a 139 overall. I think that's my high score, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. I mean, Sunday was just recovery. Like my legs are still hurting. We were just playing Fortnite and we went bowling, and it was just kind of a classic Sunday. Didn't go to church, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's fine. I was up way too late on my birthday, so I knew that was kind of what was gonna happen. But you know, we'll play some more later. We'll play some more of this tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I had a busy week, but I'm glad to come back and get some good work done this week. And hopefully the busy season's over for me, but you know, I'm gonna get into the next project and hopefully it's good, and that my boss likes it, and yeah, all that. And I hope everybody has a good day, great week, and stay productive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. See ya.